Hi, beautiful souls. Welcome to Vibrate Higher 1111, where we raise our vibration together. So, I want to thank you for your patience as I did not post yesterday because I wanted to post on the full moon in Aquarius. Today, we will be asking what are the current energies for our Divine Masculine Collective this week. The intention of this reading is to connect us better with the masculine energy and help us better understand them and what they are currently going through. This is a collective reading. If something doesn't resonate, please do not accept it. I will be doing a 5-card spread paired with intuitive channeled messages. Now let's begin. Inhale deeply, and as you release all things that could prevent you from connecting and receiving the messages available for you. Now let's close our eyes and connect to Source. We now ask and intend that we connect deeply to our divine masculines and receive all the messages that are available for us today. So today is a full moon in Aquarius, and Aquarius stands for the larger social circles and what we do or do not do in order to fit in, to be accepted, and to be popular. If we're not being entirely honest with ourselves and forthcoming with others, the full moon in Aquarius is when the flimsy facades that we present to others can crack and fall apart. And what is revealed when the facade falls away can be eye-opening. So be mindful of how you are feeling, and if you're feeling anything less than authentic, then it might be a need for you to release that. This is actually a very difficult deck to shuffle. We will have to select from the middle, but I felt called to use that one, and that is The Wild Unknown Archetypes by Kim Cranks. All right, so let's ask. What are the current energies for our divine masculines this week? Page of Pentacles, concrete ideas. The High Priestess again in the same position, hidden knowledge. So I never take reversals, but this one came out as Ten of Swords, painful ending. And then we have, right, I'm looking at my thing to see if I have them reverse, and that is not the case. So we have the Tower, divine intervention reversed. One that flipped away, and it's 10 of Cups, contentment and joy. And so for this one, we're just gonna lift a few, and you see we're gonna pick that one. It says the vessel. Right, we adjust. So immediately we start with the Page of Pentacles, and it's a notebook with a pen, and it says concrete ideas. And so what I'm hearing is you can't achieve a goal if you haven't written it down and you start to work on it and see it continuously evolve. And then we move into the High Priestess. And so what I'm understanding is that the knowledge that's being received spiritually is now being placed in the 3D on a piece of paper. And then as we transition from the High Priestess, we get the Ten of Swords, and it's reversed. So typically, the Ten of Swords in an upright position is a very painful card. And so what I'm hearing is that pain is being released, that all the energy that used to be focused on the shame, the guilt, the pain is being released. And we now have the Tower, and it says divine intervention. We're not resisting what's coming. Some people read this differently and they would say, well, what does it mean reverse differently from the Tower? Intuitively, I'm hearing they're just free falling. Think about when you're free falling into space. Think about when you're jumping off a plane and you're completely at the mercy of the wind until the parachute comes up. And so they're really heavily leaning on spirit to be the parachute and come in when it needs to come in. And I love this 10 of Cups, right? Typically the 10 of Cups has a couple of swords, yes, but it has this background of just the complete picture of what a house should be. In this one, and I hope I can focus it, there we go. It's a bride and a groom getting married. And here we go. I know everyone's going to be like, well, bride and groom. It's a marriage of both inner masculine and feminine energies. It's a balancing, it's a full embracing, and a full satisfaction of being in their own power, which is very indicative of the energy that we're currently being called into from the full moon in Aquarius. And oh God, as we go into the vessel, I see a sun, and then I see this body, a feminine body, being dunked in a bowl of orange. So orange is the sacral energy, and usually it's indicative of drive. And here's the feminine and masculine being shown. I think it's indicative of the light that's streaming in. I also hear, I don't know, two halves of an orange is what came up. That's why I took a moment to really think about what I was going to say. And the card is the vessel. And so to see someone in such a vulnerable stance, literally a hand over their breast and a hand over their private area, shows being vulnerable. And then to be enveloped in a bowl full of orange energy is a masculine energy. And then again, we have the masculine energy, and I want to just refer to Ra, which is the sun god, shining upon this as well. And even though there's all this darkness, all the edges are light. So the darkness is starting to dissipate in this. Okay. 1 second as I prepare myself to channel. I'm hearing blooming. I'm immediately drawn to the flowers, and I'm hearing blooming. And funny enough, I've said that several times in the last several weeks. So I'm hearing that it's like a seed that sprouted and now is flourishing. It's blooming. And so what I hear is my ideas are beginning to cement in the 3D. I'm blown away by the fact that everything that I am hearing from source, spirit, divine, is actually coming into fruition. More so, what used to hurt, what I used to hold on to, what used to make me feel horrible inside is no longer affecting me. And I'm in a downfall. I truly have just sat back and surrendered and said, here you go, do what you must. Continue to work in this situation because I'm giving up all the control that I've had previously, and I am now letting you completely take over, completely guide us. And so I'm happy. I don't know what it is yet, but something within me feels balanced, at peace, collaborative. I'm not trying to fight both how I want to present myself and how I have to present myself. I'm being vulnerable. And there's still a lot of things that need clarity. But I see, even on a cloudy day when the sun can't shine brightly, I know that sun exists and I feel vulnerable. But I also feel that I've been submerged in this new energy and that with time, things are going to change. With time, I will continue to evolve. With time, my ideas that I am beginning to see come to fruition will completely come to maturity. So intuitively, even though I feel vulnerable, intuitively, I know I have to stay in this energy. I know that I have to release what people have done to me, how they have treated me, how they've used me, all the anger that I have inside because of the injustices that life has handed me. And so as I release that, I just free fall. I put my hands up, I surrender. And as I surrender, I found this new joy that I thought that wasn't available to me. Wasn't that beautiful? So I'm going to pull a card for our feminine. What energy or what would you like to tell the feminine? You guys don't know is I've been pulling cards anyways on the side. And this card has come out again. My dear, keep your eyes closed. Continue to see with your spiritual sight. Orabando, Shiando Taramayanda, Uramando Sotarababanda. The energy that you are currently in, the empowerment that you feel, the joy, the satisfaction, the tears of happiness that now appear before you are exactly what you need. We applaud you. You are a warrior. You are mighty. You're powerful. You have kept that unconditional love going no matter what. Yes, it's been difficult sometimes, but you are truly becoming your most unapologetic self. And that is beautiful. You are holding a space that most are still struggling with. And so I know that the right people will be drawn to this video and that every single person that hears these activations of light language will continue to receive downloads from spirit. I hear that you are becoming a master at self-love. that you are now dominating this. And whereas before you kept questioning, well, how do I do it? And how do I attain it? No, you are unapologetically doing it. And God, is He so proud of you? Is she so proud of you? So, as we are in full moon energy, we are going to ask and intend that we release everything that doesn't serve us. And let's remember, just like we need to clean our bodies on a daily basis for hygiene, where we clean our houses for hygiene, as we release things in the full moon, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're not aligned. It just means that you're continuing to evolve so that you continue to float up and ascend, because ascension is your gift. And I hear that you guys need to take the time to speak these words out loud, that you have to take the moment to authentically and fearlessly release the things that could keep you from continuously receiving. Because there is deep satisfaction in you right now. There's a satisfaction that no one can replace, and it's with your own self. And so today, I ask that each and every one of you take a moment, just 2 minutes, to connect with Source and intend that you release the things that do not serve you. Now, mind you, full moon in Aquarius will last for 2.5 days. And the full moon in Aquarius went into being full, if I'm correct, at 2:31 p.m. on Eastern Standard Time. So as you watch this video, do it. Take that time. Make sure to prioritize you. I'm so very grateful for this audience. I want to take the time to thank you all from the deep down bottom of my heart. Feel free to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. If you'd like to check out my services, feel free to check out www.vibratehigher1111.com. I also have an upcoming free online event through my Higher Vibrations platform on soul realignment. If you go to my link tree, you'll be able to find each and every one of these services as well as the event. Thank you again for your time. I am so very appreciative of everyone, and I hope you have a beautiful rest of your week. Bye bye now.